Hello, welcome to the Mondovi Line. I hope to give us a 2023 overview and maybe some plans for 2024. So let's get started. So this is the layout room. It's got 3 walls, and I left the 4th wall off the room in the basement to give it a more open feel. It's 16 feet down one wall, about 12 across the back, and about 14 across the right side. And then as you can see, it wraps around into the other room. So this is the overall layout. Mondovi on the left side here was the first portion that I built. And by 2023, I had most of that in its current state. This year, I've added a temporary section across the back, and I call it temporary only because I just did it to get the track from one side of the room to the other for now. And then Osseo is over here on the right. And then we wrap around into staging. So this is the end of the branch line that started in Fairchild, Wisconsin, went 37 miles and ended in Mondovi. This is the end of the line along the Buffalo River, also known as the Beef River. And we have the last mile of railroading in Mondovi. We have a Standard Oil dealer here on front along the fascia, and we have the White Cannery building, we have the Midland Lumber Yard, and the Land O'Lakes Creamery. Moving back across Washington Street, perhaps Avenue, I forget, we have the Mondovi Depot, and behind the depot we have the co-op, and we have the Cargill flour mill, Team Track, we have the Fund Brothers sawmill loading area for untreated railroad ties, and a Sinclair dealer. In front of the grain and feed, we have the implement dealers parking where they get their tractors. And we have a stockyard, cement loading platform, and a pickle salting station. And on the entry to Mondovi, we have the sawmill and the Beef River Norwegian Lutheran Church. One of the updates I did this year was make acrylic covered signs for direction and each town. I would say I did it to help the operators, but I'm really the only operator, but I can use all the help I can get. We mounted the Digitrax system on the fascia here, and we went wireless this year. It really adds to the operation. A lot of the updates for Mondovi just involve some detail, adding some nice scenes like the Standard Oil dealer guy is sitting out back here with a dog, and tow truck and some signage. We added telephone poles and signs. There's some stop signs and crossing signs. Added a lot more vehicles this year just to add some visual interest. Also this year I started making super trees, and these are the most realistic trees that I've seen out there, and they really go nicely in front of a photo backdrop. I have a lot more to make. And like I said, this portion on the back wall is just to get the track from Mondovi to Osseo. I will talk more about that when I talk about 2024 plans. And now in 2023, I added Osseo, which is the first town the branch runs into on my layout. It's about 12 feet long. And I built a lot of the structures, kits and kit bashing. Some are complete from my imagination. So coming out of staging, the first thing we do is we pass a speed shop on the outside portion of Osseo. Donald J is my younger brother, and he's a car guy, so this is built for him. Then entering Osseo is a stockyard and a scratch-built potato warehouse and the Osseo Canning Company and the Standard Oil dealer. Just past the road, there's a grain elevator and the Osseo Depot, which is a kit by HRM. Very nice kits. This United Milk Products is a kit bash of several kits from ITLA. They're amazing. I highly suggest you look into them. And this is the largest building in Osseo. We got room for 4 cars on the loading dock and coal for there. Built a loading dock on the house track and a Foss Scale Models freight dock, which will be part of a future pickle salting station. Yeah, I have a stand in there. And then coming out of Osseo, we cross Highway 10, and the O&N lumber yard was over here. And we just have a narrow shelf, so we only have a few buildings. It was a much larger complex, so we have coal and a loading dock and a warehouse and another couple of small buildings here. The one on the right is Foss Scale Models. The one on the left is from Jason Jensen Trains. And there's a general store on highway leading out. And I believe you can never have too many sheds. So I took a couple of sheds and built crossing shanties. And there'll be one here at West and one at Highway 10. I added staging in the next room, and this is a 6-track staging yard. That's about 12 feet long, 14 feet long. That enters into Osseo around this wall here. It's mostly a fiddle yard, but I have been working on operations and have a caboose track on the inside and a track for LCL boxcars next. And then I split it up between the Altoona yard and the Fairchild yard. Cars going to the Altoona yard were heading Railroad West, and cars that were dropped at Fairchild were heading Railroad East, such as to Milwaukee or Chicago. So 2023 has been a pretty busy year down here in the basement, and I'm looking forward to 2024. I have some ideas. I'm not sure on the schedule for them yet, but I can give you an idea of what I'm going to be working on. So right now I'm standing right in between Mondovi and Osseo. Let me back up a bit here. So this is Mondovi, which is the end of the line, and this is Osseo, which is the beginning of the line. Where I'm standing right now, I'm hoping by this time next year I won't be able to stand here. So the plan is from right here, a 36-inch wide peninsula that's going to come straight out to about here with a mushroom at the end of it for tracks to turn around, and with a double-sided backdrop right in the middle here. So what we're planning on is the town of Strum on this side, which you go Osseo to Strum, And then after you come on the other side of the backdrop, you have the town of Eleva, E-L-E-V-A, which will come back in here. So then this so-called temporary area will actually be split in half, and we'll have a 180-degree turn to get from one town to the other. This is going to add a lot more operational interest, and be a couple of sidings and a lot of industry at each town. So that's the most largest major plan for 2024. So here's my workbench, which is built in under Osseo. And if you look up, you see those blocks and all the drop feeders. I finished that this week all the way down the line in Osseo, and the bus is run all the way through staging. So one of my plans for 2024 is to drop all the feeders for staging. Also for 2024, we're going to add more lighting. There's no real lighting in this room. There's a bulb there and a bulb there. So we're going to have the electric company come in and add LED 4-foot lights around this bend and down this wall. And then I'm going to decide in 2024 if I'm going to do any scenicking for the staging yard, maybe put a backdrop up in some buildings just for some interest, or if I'm going to add shelves on the wall for storage of rolling stock. As you can see, it's all sitting up there and in bins down here. Another 2024 possibility is underneath the fascia, all the way around the layout, is to add some sort of curtaining, either just black curtains down to the floor or something, just to give it a finished look and to hide all the storage. I have lots of kits that need building. So I built Osseo with cardboard and cardstock mock-ups, and the last item that's not built is the pickle salting station. So I'm gonna pick me up another AMB salting station and build one for here. And in this corner, these trees are gonna get tossed out. They were a bad attempt at something. But this corner, I'm thinking of putting in a farm scene with a AMB laser kit, red barn, and a farmhouse, and some more trees in the background here, and do something in here with scenery and trees as well. In this corner coming into Mondovi, I may make this all just scenic and have some negative space instead of buildings here. I may just go with nice Wisconsin countryside, a bunch of trees, maybe a pond. We'll see. Also for 2024, we're going to work on some roads. Highway 10 has to come in here with a 4-track crossing. West Street in Osseo will go here with another 4-track crossing. I'm gonna contact Trackside Scenery to find out about getting some of these roads that have the backdrop continue. This is just one of theirs printed out on 8.5 by 11 paper. Does the job for now, but I'm gonna purchase some backdrops from them because that's what all the backdrops here are, Trackside Scenery. So they'll match well. In here at Mondovi, Highway 10 crosses the tracks here. I'm gonna redo this. That's just a piece of cardstock painted with some rattle cans for now. But I'm gonna work on the road there. And I built this road first. This is cardstock with some Blair line crossings and then some fine cinders for a road. I'm not sure I like it or not. I may tear it out and redo it. Haven't decided yet, but that might happen in 2024. So that's where we are right now. 2023 is ending, and lots of plans for 2024. 2023 was the year of the sticker. That's my sticker board from all other layouts. So thanks for stopping by. Happy New Year 2023 into 2024. I hope this year is better for you than last year. I hope last year was great and this year is even better. And please hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment if you'd like, and come on with the Mondovi Line for 2024.